Welcome back to Paddy's Golf Tips. We're going to hopefully show you how to hit a high shot here.
The winner of the gold medal and the champion golfer of the year is Padraig Harrington.
Basically think there's three compensations that you can add in to help you hit the ball higher than you normally do. So I've got a 5-iron here. So my normal position with a 5-iron would be kind of halfway between the centre of my stance and my left heel. So pushing up a little bit towards, halfway between the centre and the left heel. So if I want to hit it higher, I can move the ball forward, so closer to my left heel. Generally you'll do that if you're hitting off a nice lie in the fairway, nice, ball is sitting up nicely. This lie particularly will do the job. So if I push it up, I'm going to obviously, because it's a little further up, when I come to release through it, there will be a little bit more loft on the club face. The ball should go higher. So if that works for you, that's pretty simple. Definitely that's a good one in fairway bunkers. Push the ball forward to get over any lips and things like that. Two other ways I see you hitting the ball higher. Okay, so in the modern game, we talk about bowing that left wrist down as we come into impact. Okay, now from here, so if we get in that position, you have to throw the club a little bit, you have to extend. In your regular string you would be extending, but to get it really high, you definitely have to give it a little bit more extension. So throw that club and let that little bit go. You would definitely use this with your shorter clubs if you're going up over a tree or something like that. If it was really exaggerated to get it high, you definitely throw the club under more, like you were hitting a chip shot or a bunker shot. You'd be still in that strong position and you throw it under. Okay, so again, that's a speciality shot. Moving the ball forward on the course, that's a speciality shot. Throwing the club a little bit more underneath and adding loft is a speciality shot that you might use going over a tree. But if you were trying to build a bit more height into your golf swing, that you wanted it there pretty much as your normal swing, assuming you have a good golf swing, so assuming top of your backswing, you bow the club down, the club face gets strong. So again, if I kept coming in that position, you can see how strong the club face is. So I rotate. Now you can see how strong the club face is strong, but it's square to the target. So how do I add loft from this position? You add it by side bend. So what side bend we're talking about? We're actually talking about right side bend. So if I turn around there, okay, I bow the club, I turn, club face is strong, but as you can see, it's a 5-iron coming in at a 3-iron loft. If I want to hit a high, all I do is get that right side bend. So if I get right side bend, now all of a sudden my plane, I'm not coming in as steep, I'm shallowing it out, and I'm helping it up with my body by just getting this bend coming into impact. So again, if I saw it down the line, strong, and that bend makes me hit the ball higher. So I'm going to do all three for you now. So one, push the ball forward, should go nice and high. Again, as you push the ball forward, there will be a tendency to aim left and hit a fade, something you need to practice. Beautifully high. Wow, I should do that more often. Again, it's not something I would do too often on the golf course, is really extend like that. Two is use my hands. It's a 5-iron here. I definitely think more on the sort of 7, 8, 9 wedges going over trees. You really fire those wrists under. You're feeling like you're getting to that position through impact. That's going to get the ball as high as you can. Really good for going over things. Again, a very nice strike. No big divot again, and I try to fire. You should actually practice firing your wrists like that every so often, just to get your wrists active. We talked about that in the past. And the last one, and again, there can be a variation of all three of these in it. The last one is the one that I would use to hit higher in my own golf swing, not necessarily when I'm going over something, but maybe just at a regular swing on the golf course. And the other two, you tend to want to fade the ball. This one, you can definitely draw the ball doing it. So Again, get that club strong face in the downswing, bow it down, get that high, and as you're coming in, you're squeezing as hard as you can, like somebody's after punching you in the gut here, and that will get the ball up nicely in the air. I should be able to get a nice draw from this position too. So I'm really going to go for that side bend in the downswing. That's perfect. High, draw, and again, it was very much side bend that helped the ball up in the air, getting that loft. The key here is, and this is where amateurs go wrong, all three of those swings I was able to follow through and finish my follow through. This is why I always say the most important thing you can do in the golf swing is finish your golf swing. Short backswing, long follow through. Most people, when they try and hit the ball high, they start going backwards in their downswing. Everything goes backwards, okay? So they'll have a finish, they'll go and try and hit a high, and they'll have this sort of finish, and I've hit a big chop cut. I could hit 6 inches behind the ball doing that. No good. So when I go and do it, okay, yes, I am throwing the club a bit. Yes, the ball is forward. Yes, I am helping it up, stretching my left side. But the key is, as I crunch my right side, my right shoulder is going down and through. It's always continuing on. There's nothing on my right side that's backing up. My left side is backing up, but there's nothing on my right side backing up. It's crunching and going down underneath, okay? The right side is down, under, and up, and that gets you to follow through. Okay, so again, watch that. You'll see I finish, even though my left side is pulling up, my right side is still going forward, and that's crucial, that they have to cross. There has to be that feeling, always in the golf swing. The hands are fighting each other, everything is crossing. So you have to have that feeling. You'll see as I try and hit a high with side bend, okay, just like so. I do that there. That's my side bend. You can see I've bent over like that. That's what gets me down to the ground, down to the golf ball. But I'll still be able to finish. Draw. So you can still see I've hit a high draw there. My club, if I was younger, my club would probably point directly at the flag. For an old guy like me, it's still quite impressive that my club is pointing, my shoulder's pointing at the target, and my club is pointing out that direction. That means my right side has continued. Even though my left side is coming up, my right side is still going forward. And that is the key. You don't want everything going back to get it in the air. You never want this right side stopping. You want that one accelerating underneath, using your side bend and coming up to a high finish. Okay, don't fall back on your high shots. If you can follow through in your high shots, you'll be fine. You'll be just golden.